Hello everyone, this is Direwolf20 and welcome to episode 52 of Direwolf20's ServerPlay series. As you guys probably know, I recently started a Forgecraft 2 series, but I didn't want to just kind of wrap this one up in the middle, so we'll probably clean up and finish off a couple tasks around here. I would like to get that quantum suit if possible, and I'd like to do a little bit of automation around industrial craft. Got an idea or two on how I might manage that. So, as a result, my plan is thus. I am going to do a couple things here, and then we'll probably wrap up the season, potentially with explosions. No promises. And killing Enderman. Ah, wow, that Enderman... Oh, I'm wearing my hazmat suit. I was like, wow, how did he do so much damage? Oh, that's how. Yeah, no armor equals lots of damage. So yeah, then we'll probably switch over the series to full-blown 1.9. We'll kind of see, because as you guys may know, the 1.9 mod set is not super functional. I mean, there's like a few of them out there, but there's not a ton. So yeah, that's kind of my plan for today. I'd like to get this whole system set up and running just a little bit better and more effective. So one thing we wanted to do was get power running from our reactor chamber into this MFE. We'll probably upgrade this to an MFSU. So MFE to MFSU is not terrible. It's just advanced machine casings, a bunch of Lapitron crystals, and an advanced circuit. That should be no problemo. And we're going to probably handle that, boom, pretty quickly. So speaking of Lapitrons, that's going to be a bunch of lapis dust, a bunch of advanced circuits, and an energy crystal, which we're going to need 4 diamonds per, right? So 24. Oh boy. We are going to start getting short on diamonds again. It's going to be a bad time. But we'll see what we'll do. We'll figure it out. So where's my macerator? You. Yeah, you. We're going to want that to run a little bit faster. I know I've got some overclocker upgrades in here. Do I have any... This I'm going to want some of in a minute. Some basic machine, yeah, definitely. Geothermals, okay, I don't need those at the moment. Probably a little lapis dust, because we're probably going to want to get more of this. Yeah, we're just going to want lapis. A whole bunch. Iron plates, we'll also grab while we're here. A bunch of iron. Do I have any hammers hanging out? Probably not at the moment. That's okay, we'll get some more in a minute. And then, bunch of redstone ought to do. We'll also get copper going here while we can. Extractor, go. Metal former, more copper for you. Sweet. So I wanted to put overclocker upgrades in such a way. Can you handle 7 with your current power line? Nice. That is cool. All right, I'll take that. So... if I'm right, this should get me 6 of these, right? All right, so with that set, we're going to want a bunch of lapis dust, which will throw some lapis. I'm a bad aim with blink sometimes. Is lapis still landing over here? It is. Really bad aim with blink sometimes. All right, lapis dust your way to... a lot of stuff for me, would you? Cool. So we're going to want to use this into here. That'll get us compressor time. All right, back in a few once I've gotten some of the components that we need to make our MFSU. Then we're going to look at automating the on-off functionality of the nuclear reactor, because that's going to be a big part of what we want to do today. It will not shut off if it has nowhere to send power, as we've already demonstrated and seen, so we're definitely going to want to do something about that. All right, see you guys in just a sec. All right, so energy crystals are compressed. I should be good to... I can probably get out of this crazy outfit that I've got on at the moment and proper armor again, because I don't think I'm going to be picking up any more other stuff, right? So this should be cool. Nice. And then we're going to want the advanced machine casing, which is going to be some advanced alloy and some carbon plates. So let's go MFSU, U and Steel plates. Oh, right. Okay, cool. We want steel plates. I've got some steel plates. Nice. Doesn't recognize the MFE. That's okay. We'll just do it manually. Advanced machine casing and advanced circuit. Nice. Top tier power storage. I'm excited by that. Cool, cool, and boom, boom, boom. Everybody sort their way home. Sorting system is key. All right, so now that we've got MFSU for power storage, right? I'm debating exactly how I want this to run, because there's a couple options I have. But first off, let's get this guy placed. There we go. So that'll be the wrench mode. That'll be cool. On power levels look good. Let's blink upstairs because I think I put away my EU reader. I just want to make sure we are in fact getting 360 RF per tick, or EU per tick. Looking good. 360 in. Nice. All right. So then let's turn this off for the moment. Cool. And let's figure out how we're going to configure this. So redstone behavior, nothing. Emit if full, emit if partially full, partially filled or empty, emit if empty. Do not output energy, do not output unless full, nothing, and emit if full. Okay, cool. I'm wondering if I can do like a comparator output on this thing to measure the percentage full. Because I would like to, if I can, turn it off in certain circumstances and turn it on in other circumstances. We're gonna see how possible that is. So we're gonna want a comparator. There, now we have a bunch of comparators. I'm going to go ahead and assume that this is not going to do what I want it to do, but we're going to try it anyway. See, everybody's over playing on Forgecraft 2, and Dyer's just over here like, I'm going to wrap up this season. Don't worry. I don't think we'll run this season for too much longer, if I'm being totally honest. I'm thinking it'll be... Just want to wrap up a couple things. I don't want to leave the season hanging. You know what I mean? So this wall we're going to want to keep here, but let's just test. Will you emit any kind of a redstone signal based on fullness? So right now you're emitting 0, but I mean, we don't have that much. So let's get some amount of EU stored in here, and we'll be right back. All right, so if we take 40 million and divide by 16, which is the number of redstone levels, right, you get 2.5 million. So in theory, if this was going to work, it should be emitting a redstone signal now. I didn't think it would, so that's a bummer. So what are we going to do to really measure the amount of energy stored in this MFSU? Because right now, best we can do is emit if full, emit if partially full, partially filled or empty. I mean, I could just do emit if partially filled or empty, right? And just run a line to there. That's an option. And have that feed right in. And then it'll just pretty much keep it on until it fills up. And then when it's empty, it turns on. But I feel like that's going to flicker it on and off a lot, right? Like, we're just going to have, like, whenever I'm running a machine that's, you know, drawing MFSU power, it's just going to be flickering a little bit. So, I don't know. Let's see. All right, I think for now we'll set it up like this, and we'll see if that doesn't work for some reason, and we want to go the on-off, more aggressive approach. Like, for now, I'm just concerned it might flicker on and off a little bit. But if I were to tell this guy on the east side, in, out, red, strong signal shouldn't matter too much. I wouldn't mind if I didn't have to completely cut around this thing, but part of me feels like I might have to. Because right here would be a great place to tap into. But clearly, there's something going on there, right? So how should I handle this? What I could do is break these guys. . 'Cause and tap in here, right? And then up, in, out, strong signal. Just trying to figure out the best way to run this cable. Doesn't seem to be super ideal, but it'll work. So that should activate the reactor. So it should be running now. Yes. And it should stop running. I would like a manual cutoff though. So I'd like a way to be able to say it must be turned off when I flip this lever. So how can I do that? So I could have a NOT gate. I could do... So there's a couple ways to go about this, right? One way we could do this is we could have an AND gate. Another way is we could have a NOT gate. How do you think I should go about it? Let's give it a shot. Let's consider... I think I'm going to do an AND gate. Do we have one of those? If not... We have a NAND gate. And we have an AND gate. Okay, cool. So it looks like this mod adds an AND gate. Or I might just want to build one. Alright, so let's do this. Let's put a lever here. That's going to be the on-off switch. We're going to combine those with an AND gate. So lever here. We will say on the south side, in, out, strong signal on the green channel. Okay, this will be again on the east side, in, out on the red channel. Strong signal doesn't really matter, but green channel there, red channel there, okay? And then we're going to have an AND gate hook up down here, basically. So I've already got this gate hooked up, ready to go. I will get placing right one of these days on this funky gate. I want it to be... Come on, dude. Okay, that's good. That works. So we're going to want... A is on the left. That's a confusing GUI. Okay, A is on, so C and B emit redstone signal. Cool. And then this side is east. So we're going to say east, in, out, brown. How's that? Cool. Doesn't have to be on a different channel, but just to keep things straight. Cool. So right now, things should not be running. Cool. And we're going to want... See, now it does need it. North will be red and out. And that's west. Will be green and out. And I don't know if it needs, probably doesn't need strong signal, but won't hurt. Boom. Cool. So if we do that, we should see, again, no power coming in. Cool. Now if we turn this on, we should see power coming in. And if we disable this, we should see no power coming in. Nice. So that makes things pretty cool, right? So power is coming in now. And with this off, power won't come in, right? So it's a on-off switch for the reactor. Beautiful. I think that's cool. All right. And we should be able to cover this up pretty well then. Beautiful, right? On. Yeah, off. And this is an override forcing it on even when we don't, you know, but that's cool. I mean, we probably don't even need this lever anymore, to be totally honest with you. Cool. So currently not on, currently on. Very nice. All right, cool. All right, I'll take that. So that will fill up, and it should stop running the reactor. Is there anything that... Reactor in EU mode, throttled by 50%. Is there anything that indicates that this is currently running? I mean, that would be super. If there was some kind of, yes, it's actually on at the moment indicator. But, we'll let that run for a bit. So now we're going to want... I'm debating right now, so there's two options I can go with. One of the things I'm thinking... Pretty much... This coming up here, this coming up there... So I might want to change up some of my wiring, which is awful. Let's come back in a sec. So I think what I'm going to do is put transformer upgrades in all these machines so that hopefully they can accept medium voltage current. And that might be a nice way to make it so that they stop losing power down here, which would be super, in my opinion. So that means we can do away with some of the low voltage cabling that we've got going on. So part of me wants to make it so the semi-fluid generators power this line of machines and the reactors are dedicated to the recycler and mass fab and what will eventually be the replicator. I think that might work. Does that sound cool? I think so. I think it does, right? So I think that might work. So first things first, let's get... I was cooking up more of this so that I could do this. And then you should have no problem. Nice. Much better. And no longer dropping power levels. Awesome. That's what I like to see. Probably don't need any more of that stuff. Cool. So now that that's in place, how to fix some of the other wiring mess that I've got down here. So this comes up from our semi-fluids and hits the side of the MFE here, and the MFE kind of splits. So what I would think I would do then is eliminate these dudes. Out of curiosity, what would it look like if I ran the MFEs? Still not great positioning for those semi-fluid generators, is it? And I'm pretty sure I can't pick them up without losing 10 buckets of gasoline each, which is actually a large amount of gasoline. Not that I don't have a good amount of it, but... All right, coming up with a plan. So I really only have two options. I can either down convert the EU that's coming out of the MFSU to medium voltage, because right now it's high voltage. It's not extreme, which is the 8192, but it's high, which is 2048. So I could either do 2048 HV cables. I don't know what kind of power loss that might bring, though. Maybe we should try it. HV cable is probably steel. At a guess, I would say steel, right? Probably. So what if we just grabbed a few of these, brought them over here to our metal former. Okay, it's not steel then. Is it iron? Yeah, it is. Cool. Okay. So part of me wants to just test this and see, but it should work. Oh no. More rubber? A little bit more rubber. Could probably use more than I have at the moment. Nighttime by the rubber tree farm. Not a good idea. We remember what happened last time. Give me back my rubber, brainy zombie. Enough for now, probably. Whoosh. All right, so let's put this in here. We're gonna borrow these guys for the time being to speed this process up a little bit. That should do. So it's quite a lot of rubber I'm gonna need for this process, actually. So let's get you guys to really speed this up. Nice. So that should get me a decent amount. And there is no upgrading this, remember. So it is what it is. There's no better thing. So I'm curious, actually, to see. Now, in theory... Probably going to want to move this for the time being. Where's some low voltage? Not that this even has to be low voltage anymore. It could be MV, but, you know, no sense. Wow, this cabling is awful. If only Soren were here at this moment to yell at me. All right, let's get some transformer upgrades. So, blinking through to here. I was prepared for this. So we're going to do you. To you. And you can be used for transformer upgrades, which we will need electronic circuits for. So let's get about 8 of those. 9, I guess, will do. You to you. Recipe for that. Cool. 8 more of these should be cool. So we're going to want to put these... I don't know if these guys can accept HV cable, but rather than risking them exploding, we might as well just do what we're doing. There. Now they should all be cool with HV cable. Which means they should be able to run actually quite quickly. So this guy's being stopped by the fact that... Hey, I thought I turned you on. You should be recycling. Active with signal. Yeah, there's a redstone signal there. Cool. All right, so that should be that. Let's get some speed upgrades going in this thing too. This is a good indicator that everything's working the way we want it to. So part of me wants to know, EU reader says you're accepting how much? A little bit of a fluctuation. $2,000 EU per tick, not bad. And what are you outputting it then? So I mean, that's not bad. So you're actually operating faster than you're getting cobble, by the way? Yeah, you are. We're going to want to put some speed upgrades in that thing. I know I've probably got some around here somewhere, and if not, I'll beg, borrow, and steal from somebody nearby. Basic item filter, item conduit speed upgrades. That'll do. So we'll put that in there, and that'll speed up. So we'll burn through that cobble probably, but that's okay. Nice. That's cool, actually. That's running quite well. EU reader. Any kind of stable amount of energy in? Not really. But it's fluctuating between 90 and 100, let's say. And the output over here, energy out, is fluctuating around... So we might have a significant amount of loss going on at the moment. I feel like we probably do. So if we check this, like energy loss, I mean. Oh wait, I had it on. Okay, never mind. Hold on. Energy out. Always active. Oh, you're full. Ha! That's why. So you know what I could do if I really wanted to test this? Turn you off. And see what's going out of here. So this is 2048. It's sitting around 2.02, 2.03. So I mean, there's definitely some loss going on, I think. Well, maybe not. You shouldn't even be running right now, by the way. Because you don't have UU matter in you. Inventory empty, redstone signal. Oh, it's detecting the transformer upgrade. That's a nuisance. That is definitely a nuisance. Well, let's see what happens if we remove it. Will this cause an explosion? We'll find out now. Whew. I saw it flicker, so I'm going to say that there was no explosions. So that's good. All right, so I think we're doing okay. I think we'll leave this with the high voltage current. But what I'll probably do then is have one more doohickey over here. I want an MV... Seven uses left. Really? That's just rude. I'll wait for it. Okay. And then I'll have well, I know I don't have the HV cable for it right at the moment. I need more stuff. So in a bit, I'll probably run HV cable to the other side, but for now we'll step it down and we can run. So if I were to put like that, that should be cool and safe. Nice. By the way, I don't know that entirely there's any real issue with right now the possibility for machines to explode, but you never know. So I like to be safe. All right, so we're doing pretty good. I think we're cool now. All right, guys, so let's recap. Automated on-off switch for MFSU in conjunction with an AND gate, so that lever has to be on in order for the reactor to run. Cool. Number two, we've run all of our machines up here. So the recycler and the mass fab are going to run entirely off the MFSU, and maybe even those machines over there. These machines will continue to run off semi-fluid generators, which, in my opinion, I think are causing a little bit of frame rate lag, which is why I've been really trying to keep things stable over there and not running. So always active, so that means you should now be running and getting power, and you're producing tons and tons of scrap, for which everyone is quite pleased. You're producing lots of UU matter, and pretty much our goal should be uranium to UU matter to iridium, right? And these things will all run off or power our primary machines that we're going to use. So I think that's a pretty cool setup. I can always turn this dude on and get more resources. Boom. Because I'm not exactly sure how much uranium I have at the moment, but I feel like it's not a lot. I really don't have that much at all. I've got 12 more, and I need a little bit more than that to run a full reactor. So maybe a little running of industrial craft stuff, unless there's any hiding over here. I don't think there is, though. Yeah, I kind of caught all that. So 14, hooray. That's what you get when you turn on your mining machine. All right, so for now, Direwolf20 signing off. Hope you guys enjoyed the episode. Like I said, we might have one or two more before the end of this season. I did rearrange a little bit of wiring over here, so it's not so terrible, but it's still pretty terrible, if I'm being honest. That's okay. Yeah, and then we'll probably be switching over to a full-time Forgecraft 2, and of course the Skyblock, which we have lots more content for. So hope you guys are enjoying the Skyblock series as much as I'm enjoying playing it, because it is just, there's so much stuff in Skyblock that it's just a lot of fun, and I really hope you guys are liking it, because like I said, I'm having a blast with Skyblock. So for now, Direwolf20 signing off. Take it easy.